Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, please place your cell phones in the off or vibrate position to ensure that there are no distracting noises or interruptions that will take away from fully honoring our students. Please stand for the processional and remain standing until the conclusion of our presentation of colors by our Mount Zion High School JROTC cadets and the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose flashlights and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the purpose we watched through so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare amongst bursting in air, it drove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free, and home of our brave.
You may be seated. I am Dr. Sandra Nunez, Deputy Superintendent for Student Support Services. And it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the Clayton County Public Schools 2021 Summer Commencement Ceremony. As a school district that is committed to building a culture of high performance with a belief in advanced learning for all, we are proud to celebrate the success of our students. Our students have worked very hard to reach this milestone in their lives, and we honor their strong commitment and dedication to earning a high school diploma. This is a momentous occasion for our students, and we acknowledge our candidates for graduation in a manner for all to see and hear. Therefore, we request that the audience refrain from catcalls, loud noises, inappropriate standing, and taking of pictures, and other behaviors that will be a distraction to our special guests and to the graduating seniors of Clayton County Public Schools. Again, welcome to our 2021 Summer Commencement Ceremony.
Good evening. I am Felicia Brown, the proud principal of Jonesboro High School. It is with great pleasure that I recognize our distinguished guests this evening. Please stand to be recognized as your name is called. Mrs. Jessie Goree, Chair of the Board. Ms. Jasmine Bowles, Board Member. Mr. Mark Christmas, Board Member. Mrs. Victoria Williams, Board Member. Mrs. Sabrina Hill, Board Member. Mrs. Mary Baker, board member. Dr. Dr. D. Haney, board member. Mr. Benjamin Straker, board member. Dr. Morcease J. Beasley, Superintendent, CEO of Clayton County Public Schools. Dr. Ralph Simpson, Deputy Superintendent, Second in Command, School Leadership and Improvement. Dr. Sandra Nunez, Deputy Superintendent of Student Support Services. Dr. Anthony Smith, Deputy Superintendent. Dr. Ebony Lee, Assistant Superintendent, Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment. Dr. Douglas Hendricks, Assistant Superintendent, Cluster C. Dr. Keith Colbert, Assistant Superintendent, Cluster B. Dr. Timothy Guiney, Assistant Superintendent, Cluster A. Ms. Charmin Johnson, Assistant Superintendent, Cluster D. High school principals, Mr. Derek Manning, Forest Park High School. Mr. Rodney Jordan, Lovejoy High School. Dr. Pamela Pitts, Morrow High School. Mr. Melvin Blocker, Mount Zion High School. Mr. Gary Townsend, Mundy's Mill High School. Dr. Eldrick Horton, North Clayton High School. Mr. Miller Brown, Riverdale High School. Mr. Terry Young, Eula Pons Perry Career Academy. Ms. Stephanie Trice, Charles Drew High School. Thank you for your dedication and continued support of Clayton County Public Schools.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. It's a celebration today. I am Gary Townsend, the proud principal of Mundy's Mill High School. I've been given the task to introduce the guest speaker. Now, usually when you're given that task, you got to Google them. You got to look them up. You got to look and see what accomplishments they have made. But in my case, I've lived it. I've lived a fabulous 25 years with our guest speaker. Our guest speaker is born and raised in the south side of Chicago. Moved to Georgia in 2004, a product of Clayton County Public Schools. She then went on to pursue her dreams of being a professional athlete. And I must say, she has done an incredible job besides the odds that were against her. She's still playing, y'all, just to let you know. But I feel that one of her greatest accomplishments and one of the greatest things for me to share and see is what a beautiful mother she has become. So without nothing more I can say, I would like to introduce to you my second daughter, Taylor Townsend.
We can take our mask off, right? Okay, great. Thank you, Dad, for that amazing introduction. I cannot say that was far from amazing. So I would like to say thank you, guys, and I feel incredibly privileged to be able to speak with you this evening. I want to take the time to share with you some things that a lot of people don't really know about me. Apologize, if you could hold on one second. I want to share some background information and things that make my story a little bit unique and unlike anybody else's. I attended Arnold Elementary School, MD Roberts Middle School, and Charles Drew High School for 1 month before having to move to Florida down by myself at age of 14 to pursue my dreams of becoming a professional tennis player. I went there to train and to try to give it my best shot, but that did not really go the way that I thought it was going to go. I've been profiled since the age of 4. I've been told that I'm too fat, I'm too short, and let's not forget being Black, which is already one strike against me. I was constantly scrutinized about my size, my weight, and if I was good enough, which was not very foreign to me. All of these comments were fuel to my fire, a reason to not let people see that I was hurting, but deep down, I was damaged. People's perception of me started to influence how I felt about myself and making me doubt my abilities. I listened to the noise. After reaching the #1 ranking in the world as a junior and being the first American in 34 years to secure that spot, I thought things were going to turn around, but they only got worse from there. I turned pro and had to face public embarrassment as my federation and my coaches denied me the opportunity to compete because I was out of shape. Sounds familiar, right? It was very difficult to deal with. My weight was a topic of discussion worldwide. And every time I lost, it was because of my conditioning or my fitness, not my game, or because of maybe I was having a bad day. The scrutiny further affected how I felt about myself, and I became my worst enemy and the toughest opponent that I had ever faced. Our beliefs create the world that we live in, and my world felt shaky at the time. My performance on court and in the classroom was negatively affected by these thoughts. I did not finish high school until 19 years and 363 days old. I was told that if I did not finish by the age of 20, that I was going to be kicked out of the program. And this was yet another task that I had to add to my already full plate. So I had to make a choice, quit and convince myself that my diploma wasn't very important and I could focus on my tennis, or finish. Giving up has never been in my DNA. I was raised to follow through, no matter how hard, no matter what the journey looked like. So I made the conscious decision to continue to work my butt off and giving it all that I could give, because I felt deep down that I had more to accomplish, even though many times I wanted to give up. I did not get to walk with my class, but I finished. It has not been the easiest road to get to where I am now, but I would not have it any other way. I'm on a totally different path than I've ever anticipated in my entire life. Last year, I found out that I was pregnant, and now I have an amazing 4-month-old son. Becoming a mother has been the most rewarding and amazing experience, but it's also been the most challenging. I had a plan for how I wanted things to go and how I thought things would go. And to be honest, it's been far from that. I've had to fight to contain those destructive voices in my head. Will you make it back? Are you good enough? Will you think you'll be ready? These thoughts are very hard to deal with at times. But right now, I am on a mission to enjoy the process and know that every step that I take is getting me closer to my destination. So I want to say congratulations to you all, congratulations for taking a huge step on your personal journey to greatness. You're here. You finished. You persevered. And that deserves to be celebrated. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you guys this evening. Thank you to everybody in Clayton County for allowing me this opportunity. And once again, congratulations and well done.
Thank you, Taylor. Good evening, Clayton County Board of Education, Dr. Beasley, distinguished guests, family and friends, and students. It's that time. I have the distinct honor of presenting the candidates. As a reminder, please refrain from expressing celebration and hold your applause until all candidates' names have been called. At this time, candidates, please stand. As a reminder, okay. Candidates, be sure you have your name cards. And Dr. Dunn will direct you. Jalen Turner. Sean Calix. Diana Ventura. Destiny Jones. Ebony Johnson. Tamika Diaz. Duran Fambro. Okay, next row of candidates. Riley Boyd. Jessica Ariano Martinez. Christian Bolanos. Alejandra Zapata. Jalandia Mack. Quintavious Chandler. Caleb Williams. Najee Welch. Next row of candidates. Rihanna Arnold. Deshaun Mathis.
Jose Meneses, Julian Torres, Petra Patalion Uribe, Irene Blanco, Holong Jacquez, Kanaje Stegall, Priscilla Hernandez, Demetrius Aston. Next row of candidates, please. Treasure Gatson. Timothy Bryant. Keith Leonard. Isis Bush. Julian McGee. Jessica Wyatt. Zachary Johnson. Next row of candidates, please. Derek Weidman. Keontae Taga.
London West, London West.
London West. Desiree Washington. Tazaria Jones. Xavier Adams. Brittany Bailey. James Smith. Talia Spencer. Next row of candidates, please. Jemiah Holmes. Jada Jones. Emmanuel Crute. Ashanti Andrews. Justin Jackson. Jemiah Anderson. Michael Barkley. Vivian Parker. Kamara Reese. Kaylin St. Louis. Carnisha Reeves. Next row of candidates, please. Germany Willis. Traviana Downer. Katarina Dominguez.
Jeremiah Pitts.
Jeremiah Pitts. Antonio Walker. Jamari Benoit. Christopher Kofi. Jaqueline Elder. Danaya DeSonder.
Maria Marin.
Maria Marin. Next row of candidates, please. Congratulations. At this time, I'm going to turn it over. Congratulations. Thank you. At this time, I will turn it over to our superintendent, Dr. Morcease Beasley.
Well, good evening, everyone. We're so excited to be here to award these young people their high school diplomas. Let's give them another round of applause. To our Board of Education, to our principals, to all of the senior leaders, to faculty staff, Division of Student Support Services, our counseling department, Dr. Dunn, and to our parents, and most of all, to these 2021 graduates. As we prepare to confer your high school diplomas upon you, I just want to make sure that as you leave Clayton County Public Schools, that you know that we appreciate you. We thank you for hanging in here. We thank you for being committed, determined, and relentless. 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 So I often say that what you experience early in life is just a little piece of what you got to experience going through life. In other words, your desire, your determination to not give up, guess what? You got to continue to have that. You got to continue to have that, because as you know, and if you don't know, you should know, you'll have many opportunities to want to give up because things don't happen when you want them to happen. But I encourage you that sometimes things don't happen when you want them to happen, but when they happen, that's when they are supposed to happen. The question is, did you learn what you needed to learn in the process? And one thing I've learned is when you learn the lesson, things change. Look at your neighbor and say, when you learn the lesson, things change. So I want you to just continue to learn the lesson, because as you learn the lesson, things will continue to change. And I want you to know that they'll always change for your better. They will always change for your better. Do you believe that? If you do, stand up on your feet so we can confer your high school diploma upon you. Y'all sit down over there. Members of the Board of Education, I, your superintendent, Dr. Morcease J. Beasley, do hereby certify that these seniors seated before us have met the current requirements of graduation for the state of Georgia and Clayton County Public Schools. It is with great honor that I recognize these summer graduating seniors of the class of 2021. This class has all the rights and privileges granted upon it as any other graduate of our school system. Let's say congratulations to these graduates. You may turn your tassel.